Most people think falling off is their problem. It's not. The real problem is how long they stay gone. Alright, becoming calloused. Another day, 3 something in the morning. Just getting myself sorted for the day. Bricks for today, very, very simple. Work, make sure I hit my calories, 2,500, 200 grams of protein. Make one piece of content, this YouTube video, and see where the day takes us. I believe it's going to be a busy one. So we'll see what happens at work. Another brick laid. And move on to the next day. Halfway through my run, I've been thinking about falling off, staying gone all morning. It got me thinking about the times in my life when I've fallen off, and those moments where when I have fallen off, I always thought that they were the enemy, you know, the sick kid or the injury or whatever it was. I always thought that point was the issue. If I could just be perfect, stay consistent, I could make the progress that I say I want to make. And although logically that makes sense, then it got me thinking, what if I just learned to return quickly when I fell off? Because falling off seemed to be the common thing that happened. I'd make the plan, I'd execute, and then I would fall off. And I just started returning every time I fell off as quickly as I could, because I figure 6 perfect months and 3 years off makes no sense when you can be 3 months on, a week or 2 off, and back on for 3 months. The progress you can make in that time, if you continue that cycle, far outweighs the 6 perfect months and the 3 years disappearing. So I thought, okay, why don't we just make it a challenge to return as quick as we can? Not every day is going to be perfect. I mean, we're imperfect as humans, so that's part of it. But if you can return quickly, that's actually how you make progress over time. And then I got to thinking about why you actually disappear in the first place. And I realized something, that disappearing comes from an identity narrative, from the person that you believe you are in the current moment. Because the fall off is part of it, you're human. But the story that you start to tell yourself about the fall off is the real danger. It's the real reason that you end up disappearing. So let me ask you, the last time you committed to anything, diet, training, whatever it was for you, how long did you last? What caused you to fall off? And now the biggest question is, what stopped you from returning to it? Because I think if you can identify that, then you can actually make change in your life. Once you're aware of the patterns or the cycles that you're in, you end up actually being able to catch them in real time and course correct. I think there's a lot of power in that. So earlier in the van, I was talking about the story that people tell themselves after they fell off. You know, the whole, why, woe is me. This always happens to me. I'm the victim. Bullshit. The truth is that in that moment, in that story, that is the moment where most people end up disappearing. What happens after that is you fuck up and you sort of arrive at a fork in the road. You sort of go, I now have 2 options. 1, disappear for weeks and months on end, bury my head in the sand. Or 2, do something much simpler and do everything you can to stay in the game. Now, of course, that's idealistic and sounds good in theory. The way I look at it is this. You either reinforce your old identity, which is disappear, because that's a cycle you've probably lived in for many years, Or two, you reinforce a new identity that you say you want to become. So the rule I use for this is very, very simple. Draw the line, protect the floor. See, when I catch myself in these moments, or I'm spiraling, or I start to shame myself into, fuck, see, you're not perfect, so you fucked up again. I now say to myself, hold on, draw the line, yeah, chalk up whatever has happened as an L, as a learning experience, whatever it is, it is. Draw the line, and whatever's happened stops there. And then protect the floor. The job is very simple. Lay the next brick, return safely and return quickly. Because if I allow that to spiral, all of the progress that I've made could be gone in weeks and months. Whereas if I just return quickly and accept the fact that I'm imperfect because I'm human, then I can move forward and actually try to achieve the things that I say that I want to achieve. Because here's the thing, becoming calloused is not about never slipping. It's about refusing to stay gone. Day done. Quick wrap up. Very normal day today. Calories, deliveries. Got my walk in, early start. All the standard stuff. Nothing exciting, but that's what most days. I'm really just trying to use this as documenting the process, rather than try and glorify entrepreneurship. I really just say this is my story to tell, and this is the way it unfolded. So something I kept thinking about today was why people fall off, or more to the point where they disappear. And the more I thought about it, the more I understood that it literally is the whole story that you tell yourself after the fall off. I think that's such a dangerous place. So if you can catch yourself in that moment when that slip happens, simple rule is draw the line, protect the floor, and return as quick as possible. I think you'll put yourself in a much better position long term. So I hope this video helps. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.